In this video, I would like to demonstrate how a teacher might incorporate technology, such as the app GeoGebra, into an assessment. This is a quiz that I give my students about halfway through our chapter on translations in 8th grade. And number 10 says to perform the following series of transformations using an iPad and the app GeoGebra. Letter A, name the coordinates of the image after a reflection over the y-axis, followed by a rotation of 90 degrees counterclockwise. And as you can see, I give my students 3 points that they will connect to make a triangle, which they will then again reflect over the y-axis, and then they will take that image and they will rotate that image 90 degrees counterclockwise. So this would be a good time where I would give my students iPads, and they would begin by graphing points A, B, and C. So point A is -2, +3. So at this point, they would have done this many times, so they know how to graph a point. Okay. And then we have the point 1,5 and 3, -6. So the point 1,5 and 3, -6. My students also know that GeoGebra automatically names each of the points in order of the alphabet. So then they go ahead and plot those points in the order that I give them. Then they will use the polygon tool to come in here. Oops. We hide that. To form this triangle. So this is a triangle that they're going to reflect over the y-axis, and then they're going to rotate 90 degrees. Now, one thing that my students like to do is they like to have the grids up on their coordinate system. So as long as nothing's highlighted, you can click on graphics and grids, and those will automatically come up. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reflect this about the y-axis. So I'm going to find my transformation button here, and I'm going to reflect about the line. If I hover over this, it tells me exactly what to select. So I'm going to select the object that I want to reflect and then the line of reflection. So I'm going to select this triangle. I'm going to select the y-axis, and there I have my first image. Then this image, I need to go ahead and rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. So while it's still selected, I'm going to come up here and find rotate about point. However, I don't have a point at the origin, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type in the point 0, 0. And then again, rotate. I'm going to select the image and then the point. I'm going to put in 90 degrees counterclockwise and then hit enter. And as you can see, A double prime would be the second image. And my students have 2 opportunities here to be able to write down, record their answers. They can read it off of the graph, because GeoGebra has a graphical representation of this triangle. Or they can come over here and find A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime, and they can list those 3 coordinates on their assessment. So they would go back to their paper and pencil, and they would write down these 3 coordinates.